of the biggest mistakes Bigfooters make is they keep going out there and they just look out there and say, "Where's Bigfoot?" This is a 3 foot high orangutan sitting in the forest. And there's a connection here because I'm going to show you what's right behind it, and it's a Bigfoot, and they're together, and it's dressed. It's dressed. It's looking right behind it. Now they were in like physically see them, but I knew they were there. I felt their presence and kind of walked away. And I will always walk away with great footage because of what I know. And people might ask all the time, well, how do you know this stuff about paranormal and all this other stuff? Because I spend a lot of time zooming around on my phone. You know, a lot of Bigfooters don't even do that. I see a big old landing zone, a big opening where birds can fly in, and we're flying in, crows. I see a structure in the corner that represents a star, fallen sticks, and other things. I see a lot of dark shadows and take a spot that I know behind Publix. I've already seen them, but I took a photograph again and I zoomed in and I caught this guy. And it looks like one of the magical types. There's magical ones and physical ones. The ones on the right looks like a physical. Some kind of connection here. So upon this paranormal and all this other weird stuff about their clans, different groups of and learn these things from the footage. As you see, the fallen tree structure again, and there's this little booga wooga. He's the exact color of that tan grass. Totally amazing. I like to call him the booga woogas. He's right in the middle, standing there looking at you. And that's on the side of the road. Again, I saw structures, the tan spots, and look at this tree. It's invisible. It's like a beam of light comes through it. You can see the stick going through it. I have several photographs of this. There's faces on this tree all around, and there's some little lights and glowing. Right there is this Bigfoot, a small one, ducking down. You got to understand these creatures a little bit. It's not always, they are the physical ones. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. I just want to explain to you how we've come upon these things. This one you can see his hand. It's very rare to see their hands. And look above it, you can see its teeth. Now, I was driving by, that's why it's slightly blurry, would have been a little bit better. But I can see their pixel squares and some of their technology, these little lights and stuff glowing. Their faces are appearing, the trees beaming down. And look at his hands. You see that green thing? There's no plant that does that. That's like some kind of energy. And he's looking right at you. You see the oranges? The colors are my thing. That's how I learn a lot. And when you see those colors, they even say you see them around ghosts that appear sometimes. I know there's no such thing as a ghost, and I'm not going to get too corny with you, but I just want to show you some of their technology, and it's part of their languages like Chinese. You hear the faces in the trees? Well, look at this. This Bigfoot face is clear as a Bigfoot, and I guarantee if I went back, you would not see that Bigfoot face in the tree. Now, other trees are carved into there, but sometimes they disappear. This guy, you can see its teeth above, the little guy below, it's holding an X, all the green, oranges, whites, yellows, pinks, little like glowing lights. That look normal to us from a distance, but I knew they were there because of what I know about Bigfoot. I get one little sign of them, I will go and investigate it, and I often walk away with footage. Again, the same thing, some kind of weird horns on the tree. I zoom in on this big curved oak tree that was twisted and bent a long time ago. Look at this little guy, the teeniest little thing you ever seen, but it's holding again some kind of like X or something. It looks kind of strange. Like maybe it really is all of a sudden, if you put it all together. But my tips are, when you go looking for these things, you want to look for some structures. Do that, or some signs. There's lots of other signs besides structures. It could notice dark spots, real deep dark spots in the woods. We all see them. And then terrain, area crossings. Could they be protecting some area? Is it important to them? Is it geographically important? Take a photo and then zoom. Or of course, unless you have a telescope. But I just want to give you some tips out there, instead of going out in there and just looking for it, because I I listened to all this paranormal stuff when I started. I thought it was corny too. I was like, nah, that's not, you know. But the truth is, I did listen to it, and this is their technology. And there's a square box. This is the one I just showed you by the road. One of the points in there, there's a square box with lights in there. Look at that. That's technology. It looks like something from Star Trek they're holding. When there's squares and other things like that, and there's the blue beam of light, the glows, the yellows, the blues, this magical guy with a white light below it looks like some kind of thing. And this guy, with the green in front of it, and there's a little star like glowing thing. That's kind of how they fool us. And those structures, I guess, helps them conduct the energy in different directions. But they're all around in here. I can see probably about 5 or 6 of them. If I really took the time to point them out, I already did do that, but I don't want to. Just kind of wanted to show you these connections. There's an orangutan. This thing's 3 feet high, sand color. Look at the eyes and look at where it's at. It's way, way back there. And in the tree behind it is a huge Bigfoot that came down. I got him to come down because of what I know. I have the whole story. I have all the footage of this. I have the whole video of it. Happened to be about a year and a half ago. I'll show you that when the time's right. I was just going over some roadside footage and trying to put the link together to help you guys out on a Christmas special. And I just went through the same thing and wasn't for everybody else's help. I would be nothing, and I just happened to have so much footage. I was just doing it anyway. I mean, look at this guy. This is like, I mean, I should be on like national news and all this other stuff. Maybe I don't always physically see him, so it's just what I do know. And they just seem to take notice of me because of that. They're like, how do you know this stuff? Am I outsmarting him? Am I baffling Bigfoot? Did I baffle Bigfoot? And or is Bigfoot baffling me back and showing me their technology and stuff that is totally outrageous? Or is it just certain clans of them? There are the magical ones and the physical ones. I don't want to take anything away from anyone when it comes to that big fuzzy looking guy. But what is this other guy doing below it? Now remember these guys at the nest that I did at the I-95? Well, look again, and you can see like there's like eyes in one right here glowing, and then it turns into physical. I just saw little eyes. I didn't even see the guy. It looked like the eyes were just walking along. I swear, when I videotaped it, I just saw the eye. I didn't. I was like, nah, that's not nothing. And look at the timestamps. They turn back into physical. There's a lot of hyperspace energy around there. So I hope you